Welcome back to the channel. If you're new around here, we are Nick and Sarah, a British couple who left the UK many years ago in search of something different. And with our two little dogs, we live and travel full time in our camper van when the world permits it. Over the last few years, we've visited over 25 countries. And we've just spent the last winter visiting family and exploring the UK. Now we're back at our base in Andalusia, southern Spain, getting ready for the next adventure, a new chapter. So what's next?
Oh, straight away, as soon as you put your head in, it feels like holidays. And he smells good.
It's because we haven't been in him.
Let's get to work.
Charlie, go on, jump. Good boys. So since we passed the vehicle inspection last week, we haven't really been down to the van because the weather has been terrible.
Well, it's not been that bad. You've just been lazy.
No, it's been raining.
He's just been getting a bit too much into house life.
But no, we finally got some blue skies and some sunshine now.
Today.
So it's time to get down to business.
Yeah, so we really need this sunny weather because, as explained before, we do have a few little leaky issues in the van. Now, what happened was some idiot stupidly parked under a, what do you call it?
Drain pipe.
A drain pipe, a spout coming out of the wall. So you can see where the sandy water's inside the van here. That's dry now, but it was soaking wet.
Quite like that colour though, actually. You just dye it orange. It's much better than that.
This is where the water was hitting the top corner of the van and just all coming in here. You can see, look at that. That's where it's come in, the sand, and then it's obviously ran down here. Okay.
All this along here.
Yeah, careful, don't knock too much in the van. If we follow the streaks down, here we've got sand, so you can see it really did get very wet and sandy. This was soaked, that's almost dry now. This was all soaked, but that's dry, pretty much dry, because you only need a couple of days of this sun to come out and park in the sun and it properly dries it all out. It's the same with the house. That's why we're not like bothered about leaks in the van or the house when we're down here. Doesn't it dry so quickly? This sand is just everywhere, like seriously. House and van.
The one good thing about the sand is you can't see where the rust is. It just looks like sand streaks, not rust.
Until we give him a wash and he's still orange.
So basically, there's lots of bits and bobs to do.
There's lots of little bits and bobs to do, like our dividers. Well, actually only this divider got wet. We have these dividers that Nick made for underneath here.
Is that alright, just paint it? Maybe. To
organise the storage, yeah, it'll be fine. And what we're going to do is going to get some hot soapy water and just basically clean inside the doors and, you know, inside that bit along there where all the sand is inside the van. And then we'll do like a jet wash outside the van, get all the mould off the roof and all that kind of thing. I bought
these painting as well. All these white things. White is not a good colour, is it?
I bought the big vacuum. I'm not messing about my little 12 volt. It's really exciting when the van is completely empty, ready to repack.
Winter adventure, we had our 13-ton duvet, loads of blankets, loads of big
electric
clothes.
Blanket.
We need our fans out, so yeah, it's a complete change around of things for the van.
Yeah, totally.
So
it's all exciting because it's like we get to rearrange everything again. As well, when I think about it, so many of you guys have commented and asked the question of what are those retro buttons, they're actually hooks, what are they doing stuck to the side of the door? Now they're just magnetic hooks and we use those for lots of different things, like we stick them to the outside of the van and dry our clothes sometimes. We stick them inside the van. They're just very handy little magnetic hooks that we keep there when they're not being used, and then they can just be put wherever we want in the van. So I hope that's cleared up some of the what are those little buttons that you have stuck to the door. And by the way, all of the products that we use in the van will be in our Amazon shop. The link will be in the description, so if you want to get yourself some magnetic hooks, you'll know where to look.
What's that? What's going on here? We're supposed to be fixing the van, not trashing him.
This is the first time we've seen this window for 6 months, pretty much, isn't it? Look.
Oh, it's minging.
Look how much lighter the van is. But now it's summer, obviously we're going to have all of the windows open the whole time. We need to get the mosquito nets put back on the windows. So it's just like a complete change around in the van, isn't it?
Mm.
And by the way, that vacuum cleaning was so satisfying. Not going to lie, got a little bit lazy on the drive down from the UK. Knew we were going to come back here. Didn't bother doing it for a while. There was quite a good layer of dog hairs and other little nasty bits.
Yeah.
And I've just been vacuuming for like how long? An hour and a half.
So while Sarah's been vacuuming the van, I sorted out, or half semi sorted out, the little wobbly shelf which we have on the in the front compartment by the dashboard. Very useful for mobile phones and stuff. And painting, repainting all the little white boxes. Like we've got one for our power station, we've got one for the diesel tank, we've got one where we removed our retro digital display that wasn't working. Yeah, just touching up the paint so it looks a little bit brighter.
There's things down here that I didn't know existed.
Dog's bowl.
A spare dog's bowl, a bottle of perfume. I didn't know we had any cling film in the van, and like some little Avon room sprays that your mum gave us, which are really good. We've got rubber gloves. How can you have all of these things? We've got vitamins, calcium tablets, vitamin D in case it
Such a good storage space.
in case it wasn't sunny. And it's just all been at the back there. It's unbelievable the amount of stuff we get in this tiny little van. Like seriously. Oh my gosh. I wonder where the whisk went. That was there too. A water spray for when the doggies are naughty. You give them a little squirt and then they stop being naughty. Dizzee. We don't do that to Charlie.
Maybe you don't find another little dog down there that you've snuck in.
Oh, what's this? Half of moisturiser cream. One more item. There's got to be. Oh god, there's loads more items. Wait. Oh, bin bags.
Oh, bin bags. Always running out of those.
Always
Perfect size for the bin. Anything else?
And a bar of soap. No cuddly toy. There's about 6 of those in the front.
So just like the house, the van has to get trashed first before it gets better.
Not just the van, out in the street as well. It's a good job it's a quiet time of the day. Good job it's siesta. There was a cuddly toy.
Oh.
Here it is, there's your toy. So back at the house for coffee and snacks before we get moving on to the next job.
Look at these little beauties. No bake chocolate peanut butter cookies.
100% recipe by Nick. He's made it up from scratch.
Really nice.
I think I need to be the judge of this one. I mean, they look pretty good, my love. Look at that. They do look really good.
Just tastes like chocolate.
Chocolate and coconut. Pretty good, actually.
Could do with some nuts inside, but
Good
nice,
first attempt. Yeah. Right, you can't have any of this one. No, maybe I'll have to get you another treat.
coffee and cookies down. Someone's making a noise because he's excited to go to the roof. Can you go to the roof, Liz?
Get your nose out of there. Get out. Get off that roof. Get over there.
So, darling, what are we doing on the roof?
Right. So this, as you can see, our shade, which has been here probably about 10 years, I'd say. So it's done really, really well. But when we've come back this time, you can see it's all kind of ripped out. We've already patched it up a little bit here.
Because of the wind, it rips holes where the ties are. So it's time to get it.
Time for a replacement. So we've basically We've bought 20 meters of this stuff. This stuff it's really good. Like, it's only about 80p a meter or something like that. So we're just going to replace the whole lot rather than patching it up. So that's what we're about to do now. If you are new to our channel,
we own a house.
We own a house. And we renovated this house ourselves completely from scratch. This roof was not even a terrace before. It had a small wall about this high, and then it was all kind of open. So we built this wall, and then we put our kind of you know, what do you call this? Shade, which gives us more privacy kind of thing from prying eyes when we want to get naked up here. Anyway, on with the shade.
So weird, isn't it? Not long after we put up this wall around the roof terrace, we had to put these beams up in this shade to give us privacy in our little oasis. This little space that no one can see really, and now it just seems open. It does seem bigger though.
As always, one simple job turns into a much longer job. So we've basically moved the shade, and then we've noticed that there's all moss growing in between our tiles here. So we're going to remove all that moss, regrout in between the tiles before we put the shade up, and we've decided that we're going to paint this outside wall, this top bit that's hard to get to while the shade's off. So yeah, we might not get the shade back on today.
I've run out of paint now. It's got a little bit carried away because once you start looking at the wall, the more you look at it, the more blotches you see, the more patches where the paint's worn off and dirty marks and stuff, you know.
The orange sandstorm, as we mentioned, didn't do us any favours because everything is still, I mean, believe it or not, Nick has cleaned this terrace floor
like 3 times.
3 times, hoovered it down, mopped it, not hoovered it, hosed it down, mopped it, scrubbed it, and look at it. Does that look, you know, it's still the sand, it's just relentless really. Everything is covered in it, and we are getting carried away. It's getting late in the day, so I think we're going to pack up for now, and the shade will have to wait until tomorrow.
Or the next day, or next week.
So the boys are ready for their worm treatment. Now they don't like these worming tablets at all, so we have to hide them in hot dogs.
Oh, clever.
Dizzee spits it out, Charlie will probably just swallow it whole. Sit. Sit, Charlie. Well then.
Oh, Charlie didn't even
Give me that back, give me that back.
This is the little trick. If Dizzee thinks he shouldn't have something, then he generally swallows it real quick.
You can see actually that he's trying to spit the tablet out. Another bit here,
Diz.
Diz.
Stuck somewhere, Diz. Cheeky little bugger.
I think he's at it. Give me it, give me it.
No, he's going to eat round it. Give it here, give it here, give it here, Dizzee.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, tricked him.
I
Charlie?
think Charlie's just going to go and swallow into the water. It just swallows it up.
So we have finished work for the day.
Down tools, and now we're going to do our 10,000 steps.
So we've come to do our little river walk to tire the boys out for the evening.
Oh, it's so lovely and green down here, isn't it?
Good boys waiting. Should we go this way then?
I'm gonna go through the gate.
We do love our little river walk. It has changed over the years. Like last year, they cut all these eucalyptus trees down, which we thought was a bit bad. But then you've got a much better view of the river and the national park behind, so it's all good. I don't know whether you can see that on camera, but there's a little robin redbreast in the tree. I can't believe that. I don't think we've ever seen a robin redbreast in Spain before, and got so excited in the UK when we saw one.
But obviously we were wrong. You do get robin redbreast in Andalusia. I'm sure that is the first time we've ever seen one. Maybe with all the rain we've had, they've got confused and think they're in the UK. And what a difference a day makes, guys. Look at that. Absolutely horrendous weather again today. The nice sunny day only lasted one day, and we're back to kind of normal Spain, it seems, of rain. At least the terrace is getting nice and clean. The orange should be all cleared away, the orange sand. But yeah, it's been like this all morning. We haven't even managed to take the dogs for a walk yet. And yeah, we won't be getting that shade back on today.
What's going on in here?
Starting my day with some hardcore graft, some hardcore pan cleaning. Sorry about the washing machine, it's a bit loud at the moment. Disgusting, right? Absolutely disgusting. Now this one wasn't quite as bad, but pretty much almost as bad. I've never done this before. You know, the old vinegar and bicarb soda and a scrubber like that. Ready? Look at that.
Wow, that's pretty amazing. We've got a new.
I'm loving it. Look at the difference.
Oh my god, that is ridiculous. That is insane.
So even Vinny's pots and pans are getting a makeover.
Charlie, make sure you're under the umbrella. Make sure you're under the umbrella. There's a slight break in the rain, so we've got to take this opportunity to get the dogs out. Make sure Charlie's dry, otherwise he will not do his business. Tell you, when it rains in Spain, it don't blooming mess about. Come on boys, let's get it done before it's torrential rain again. Go, 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 go. Look at that! Blue skies! Can you believe it? This weather is just crazy here. It goes from torrential rain, stormy weather, to blue skies in a matter of minutes. What's happened here? Have I tidied this room?
Yeah, well, if I had my room upstairs where I keep all my crap in, which is now just a wet room with no window, wet room with no window. That's a tangle twister.
Tangle twister.
Tongue twister. Anyway,
For you it is anyway.
That's where I usually keep all of this sort of thing, like my sewing machine and my materials and my boxes of things. But you know, that room's non-usable at the moment, so it's all down here. Yeah, I'm just doing the pillowcases, cushion cases, cushion covers for the van. There was a couple of little rips, so I stitched another patch on, or I'm in the process of stitching patches on.
Doesn't stop, this one does not stop. The pans,
never ending, is it? Never ending. Just getting all the van nice, you know, nice and ready for when the weather does turn and we can go away again. So yes.
Boys are nice and comfortable down here on the bed, aren't they?
No,
Fires on.
Little sweethearts. So it's all good. So I'm going to take my sparkling clean brand new frying pans and these when I've done, and I'm going to go around to the van and finish cleaning, finish vacuuming, ready to repack for summer.
Can you tell what they are?
No idea, something naughty.
These little beauties are little mini Snickers. And I have tried one already, and they do taste surprisingly like Snickers, like exactly like them.
Healthy version.
Now how they're made.
Healthy plant-based version.
Quick rundown, it's a little pitted date. You take the pittedness out of it.
Take the stone out.
Take the stone out and then put peanut butter in there, and then stuff 3 peanuts in there for a little bit of crunch. I'm also using crunchy peanut butter. And then you coat it with a little bit of dark chocolate, as dark as you can get it. Melt it on there, and then just garnish with a pinch of salt. Which brings out the sweetness, which is that little glistening bit.
And then you put it in the freezer, right?
Put it in the freezer 15 minutes and you've got healthy little Snickers. Melt in your mouth, aren't they?
They do actually taste like Snickers. Nicer.
Well, nice, aren't they? Spoiled, aren't you?
Right, so you're probably wondering what's next for the Explorers. Well, sorry about that, guys. We did try to end this vlog yesterday, but someone got a little bit carried away with those Snickers.
I can't concentrate. These are so good. The date makes it all like gooey, like a Snickers. We were getting a little bit distracted yesterday.
It was getting a bit long-winded. So anyway, future plans. What's happening this year, my darling? Over to you.
Well, basically, plans have changed already. We did want to do a big trip, but because we were delayed when we come back from the UK, we didn't get a chance to extend our vehicle inspection from 6 months to a year. So that big trip is off the cards at the moment.
Next year.
We've explained before that we are going back to the UK this winter as well.
Yeah, we are mad.
We are mad.
By the end of the year, we're going back again for a few months.
Now, the reason behind this is because our parents are getting old, and my mum in particular is not doing that well at the moment. Don't want to go into it because we want to keep certain things private. But we want to go back and see family again.
Yep.
And
spend another Christmas there. So a few months at the end. And we haven't seen everywhere.
There's so much we haven't seen.
There's so much we haven't seen. So we are going back in sort of September for a few months to do that. So that leaves us with basically a few months, 6 months.
6 months.
Ish. Between now and then.
Now what we're doing, we're quite excited. It's something that's been on the cards for a little while, some idea that we've been toying with.
I think we've even mentioned it in a video about 1.5 years ago. And there's actually land for sale, not right here, but in this whole region actually.
Castel de Branco.
We're thinking about, yeah, maybe that might be an option for the future, but that's a whole nother video, so we won't go down that road now. So yeah, we're going to go and have a look for a little piece of land.
Yeah, we've got a little house in Andalusia, Spain, but we haven't got a garden, so we're going to go and buy a garden in Portugal.
No, nothing's set in stone. We are going to go and have a look. We're going to have a look what's out there, and it's very, very exciting because, as we said, it just seems like the right time to do it. We've been thinking about this for many years, and don't worry, we're not going to turn into like a homestead off-grid land type channel.
Just planting, you know, plants and getting chickens, goats, cows, pigs.
This is still very much a travel channel, and that's what we want to keep it as.
Not that there's anything wrong with channels like that.
No.
Because we may turn into one of those in the future.
Charlie would love it actually.
Oh,
chickens
Charlie,
and donkeys and all that sort of thing. But yeah, this is quite exciting, and we're going to go and have a look and see what's out there, and you know, maybe we'll extend the explorer's empire.
Yeah, very exciting.
So that's one of the things we're going to do this year before we're heading back to the UK. We're also going to do travelling, as we said. We've got a few places that we want to go and see, and that's all we can let you in on at the moment. Because it's all just up in the air, but it is exciting.
It's very exciting. Anyway, though, we are going to end the vlog there, guys, and I think we'll hand you back to those guys, those idiots yesterday,
the two bozos,
to finish it off. Sign up to Facebook and Instagram if you're not following us already. Tell your friends
daily
about us.
Updates. Daily updates
Huge
on Instagram.
Doggy stuff, all sorts.
Follow us there, and we'll catch you all next Thursday evening for another
enthralling episode. Take care, guys. See you next week. Before we go, guys, would just like to thank everyone for all the advice with Vinny's issue of not being able to stop on the odd occasion.
Yeah, all your advice,
and
actually.
All your advice over the years.
It's so good to put a question out there and get so many answers. It really does help us out a lot, so thank you so much.
The community and our subscribers are awesome.
Keep those comments coming and let us know what you think about this idea of us going to get a little piece of land.
Are we crazy?
Are we stupid? Is it a nutty idea? What do you think? A bit of work in the van, then we're going to do a bit of work in the house, blah, 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 and keep doing until all the work's done.
Charlie likes it. Is it, Charlie?
Get it.
Happy days.
Absolutely magic. Absolutely magic. Anyway, don't like being called a vlogger though. Can we?
We're not vloggers, we're creators. We create something out of nothing. We're doing nothing and we create something.
GoPro, stop recording.